Hi, I'm Mike D from the Los Angeles Zoo, and welcome to Bear Necessities, a kid's guide to grizzlies.
Can we please see what else is on?
No, we can't see what else is on. You need to watch this, Archie, so you can learn how to feed yourself and survive during the winter.
What is he doing, digging?
The grizzly bear is named after the grizzle color of its hair. And during the early 1900s, there were at least 17 different subspecies of grizzly bear found in the western United States. In actuality, there's only one species with a couple of subspecies. California grizzly is one of the subspecies. And California grizzly is an extinct animal right now. It went extinct about 1921. And it's on the California state flag.
Oh, he's so good.
But there are still grizzlies found in the western North America, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, and that's their main stronghold. However, grizzly bears are found all the way up through Canada and onto the Alaskan Peninsula, where the biggest members of the grizzly bear family are found, and they are the Kodiak bears, or bears from the Kodiak Island. And they get 12 to 1,300 pounds, where here in the States, the lower 48, they may weigh between 400 and 500, maybe 700 pounds.
This is really helpful. I'm learning a lot, truly.
The type of habitat that these species are found in is usually rough, broken terrain. They're not necessarily in a forest. This is an animal that is an omnivore, and an omnivore means that it eats just plant material and meat material.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. My name is John.
Oh, don't make me eat you.
And it eats anything that it can possibly overpower. That includes animals up to the size of a moose, down to a grub, and the grizzlies have got these extraordinarily long claws, and they'll use those claws to tear open down trees and look for insects like grubs and worms and things like that. And in certain parts of the year, that's what their main diet is, would be worms, berries, leaves, and whatever else they can scavenge.
Now, explain this again. I'm supposed to climb into a small dark space and sleep for 6 months?
Yes, that's what bears do. It's called hibernation.
Grizzly bears do hibernate. It's a true hibernation where the bears actually go into a den, because at that point of their life cycle, there is very little food that's available. So they fatten up in the summertime, and especially in the fall. That's when a lot of the berries are ripe and everything, and so they eat a lot of these things, put on that extra weight, and then go into the state of hibernation.
Hey, Archie, you in there?
What? Hey, Doc.
During that hibernation, their respiratory system just kind of slows down. They will not eat, they will not drink, and they will not defecate during that time period.
Wait! So you want me to sleep for 6 months with a big cork in my butt?
Yeah, that's the idea of it.
That's it!
A powerful animal with these giant 4-inch claws that are able to lift up giant boulders, pull apart trees.
Woohoo! I'm a bear! I'm the alpha bear! Grrr! Grrr!
Bears have an excellent sense of smell, but their sense of sight and their hearing is not all that great. So if they're busy digging around in a log pile or digging around in a rock pile looking for grubs and what have you, they're busy doing that. And we, people, don't pay attention. Oh, look, there's a bear, let's go get close to it. And you startle that bear, and that first thing that bear is going to do is it seeks to defend itself, so it's going to come after you.
This isn't a walk, we're running. Why do we always have to run?
You cannot outrun a bear. You cannot outclimb a bear. It's going to overtake you on broken ground in a matter of seconds. And most people that have been able to survive bear attacks have either had a backpack on and they've covered their heads, the back of their heads, because that's where the bears bite down. And if you play dead, normally then the bear will leave you alone and walk away. There are recorded cases of grizzly bears killing and eating people.
Well, I'm losing my territory.
But the other animals moving in on you or something?
Yeah, the humankind. They're cutting down our homes, busting up families. Word is they're cutting down a whole forest.
If there's no bear habitat, the bears, they're being pushed out of their current habitat, and they have no place to go. So they're going to come into conflict with humans. And unfortunately, this is happening not just with bears, but almost all sorts of wildlife.
I will set aside 10 acres. Turn it into a sanctuary. You can bring all your little animal buddies there.
They're put into a small park, and there's a carrying capacity, and only so many bears are going to be able to survive. And at some point, there's not going to be enough food, there's not going to be enough water, so they have to expand. Or there's going to be trouble in the bear society itself. mothers, they have their cubs in the spring, and they may spend this winter with mom, but the following spring, those cubs are gone, and they have to go out and find their own mates in their own area. And if there's no area to go to, then they come into conflict with humans.
You're the man.
That's enough about grizzlies. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon, which is exactly what we at John West want. John West endured the worst to bring you the best.
Some people will go to unbelievable lengths to try to get close to grizzlies. Troy Hercheby of Canada has even made this unbelievable outfit.
The original concept of the suit was built specifically to do close-quarter research for grizzly bears, to record the first birth of a grizzly cub in hibernation. That'll take the suit to do that, and to get in to the hibernating studies to try and unlock the elusive trigger hormone, which would allow for extended space flight with astronauts, to test to turn sprays under actual fuel conditions, bear sprays that are on the market for the public, and to do aggression tests, negative and positive with grizzly bears. It would take a suit to do that. The idea for the Ursa series of protective suits came in 1986. The first suit was just simple hockey plastics, sporting equipment plastics. I didn't have any money. We brought it up to 3-ton pickup trucks hitting me at 50 kilometers an hour, 300-pound logs at 20 feet elevation at an 80-degree angle. And within 2 years, we'll see the G-Man out there, and I'll be able to conduct my research.
Ice cream is acting up.
What ice cream?
I got depressed after Sonny and Ava, and I went on a bender. And by the second gallon, I realized I'm in love with ice cream called Cherry Garcia.
Bears eating lots of ice cream, that doesn't surprise me. Bears will eat almost anything that you can give them.
I will survive! Yes, I will survive!
Dancing bears, yes, there are dancing bears. I saw a dancing bear in India.
As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive.
One of the most important things to remember about bears is that when you're in their territory, give them a wide berth. They have these faces that people just love. Don't try to go touch them. Don't try to get between a mother and cubs because you're asking for trouble. They can be extremely dangerous, and the last thing you need to do is have a conflict with a bear, because it will end with the bears being killed. We must respect nature. We must respect the environment these animals come from, and then we can respect ourselves.
Every act has to have a big finish.
Big finish? Check it out. San Francisco Bee, quote, "The best thing about Archie's act is when it's finished," end quote.
Hit on the highway!
They love me. Go.
Boom!